These are the top 5 challenges that I see when law firms are trying to win new business. Hi, I'm Ryan Gray from Law Firm Marketing Hub, and the first challenge that I see is getting leads in the first place. A lot of law firms struggle to get a decent volume of leads. Now, you do need a volume of leads. You don't need thousands upon thousands, but you do need enough of a volume that you have enough opportunity in the mix to be able to extract the gold from that. Now, my advice here is typically to hire an agency, because hiring somebody internally to do this, you're usually getting a jack of all trades, and you've got multiple platforms, ideally, that you want to end up running ads on. Now, ads are going to be the fastest route to getting additional clients. And if you couple that with some longer term strategies like building your email database, like search engine optimization, those sorts of things, then you have a really good overall set of tactics that are going to bring in enough leads into the business. The second issue I see a lot of law firms facing is lead quality. Now, lead quality issues can really suck time away from your attorneys and lawyers who could be spending their time on the money work. They're being drained, they're being frustrated, and frustration actually can't be understated here, because a frustrated employee, a frustrated staff member, they can end up leaving, and then you're left with a bigger hole because you've asked them to do something that is incredibly frustrating and pushed them away and out of their comfort zone. So at a bare minimum, you should be filtering your leads on the front end, asking them a bit of a quiz about who they are, what they want, what their intentions are, what the outcomes are that they're looking for, and where they're at in the buying cycle. Are they about ready to go, or are they, at the very start, are they just doing some research? Because there's a very, very big difference in lead quality depending on where they are in the buying cycle. Now, there are a lot of other things that you can do to improve lead quality and your conversion rate, and I speak about those a lot in other videos. But just a couple of quick points on converting leads, which is the third thing. I see a lot of law firms struggling here, and there is a bit of an art to this, but generally speaking, you need to have a sales process, not just a haphazard approach, a rough thing that one of your lawyers or attorneys says on the phone. You really need to have a formal process to move through. And that includes some sales scripts, it includes some triage calling, it includes not making your lawyers and attorneys do the grunt work of actually phoning the leads, and it includes some level of interaction before you actually speak to them on the phone. So some level of depth of consuming some of your content, of seeing what you're about and why you're the expert in your field, is really important to increase the quality of the lead. Because if they already turn up with a level of trust and you've earned their trust, then they're going to convert a lot easier. Now, the fourth thing is speed. And there's a couple of areas to this. The first is actually making a decision to do marketing. Now, I've spoken with people like 6, 12 months later, and they've said, oh, look, hey, I'm ready to do something. And I'm like, wow, how much time and money have you lost just by delaying your decision? Now, this wasn't a decision based on, their operational capacity. They had capacity. This was a decision based in fear. They weren't sure what the economy was doing. They weren't sure about this whole marketing thing. And really, all they needed to do was do a little bit more research and spend a bit more time into looking how much marketing could benefit them. And as a consequence, they've lost millions of dollars over even just a 6-month period of the opportunity cost of being slow. Money loves speed. I say this all the time. I say this to our clients. Money loves speed. So if you're making decisions slowly about anything, then it's going to cost you, especially if it's opportunity cost. And the second area of speed is getting back to leads. Now, I see people calling leads the next day or within an hour or two. And I want to say that that is just not good enough. Even an hour or two, life has happened to these guys. They've already moved on. They've already had, someone hit their car, or the kids do something, or, life has happened. So we need to be reaching these guys within 5 minutes. If you can increase your speed to speaking with a lead, even if they have booked a call, even if they have booked a free consultation, give them a call within 5 minutes. Say, hey, thanks. I saw that you've just booked a call. Maybe you ask a couple of other interesting questions, something to get the rapport going with them. You're going to see a much higher conversion rate. Now, this actually leads me to the last thing, and that's pre-qualification. Now, pre-qualification does not work. Everyone thinks, oh, great, I can get some pre-qualified leads. That's amazing. My conversion rate's going to go to 20, 30, 40, 50%, which it can potentially. But the thing is, it just doesn't happen. And the reason is this. Someone's seen your ad, maybe it's on Google or Facebook or something like that. They might fill in a form or a quiz or something like that. And then they get a phone call. And it might be a 5-minute phone call where they then book a consultation with you. Now, in that 5-minute phone call, if they have done nothing else except see your ad, fill out a form, and speak to someone for about 5 minutes, then they're not going to be any more of a quality lead having had a 5-minute phone call than someone just straight off Facebook. You need to have a depth of time with them, as I say in many of my other videos. Because if you compare that to someone who has read your blog, who's watched a handful of your videos, who has engaged with some of your ads, who has gone through a bit of a process, received your emails, your SMSs, that kind of thing, they're going to be a much higher quality lead. And that's what we're all about, is saving you time and money instead of spending thousands upon thousands of dollars of lawyer and attorney time processing leads. So those are the top 5 challenges that I see when law firms want to bring on new clients systematically. And I hope that that gives you a bit of insight into how to tackle some of those at a high level.